Imagine waking up in the year 2050. Your phone, your job, your money, even the news you see, all controlled or influenced by just a few powerful countries. But here's the real question. Which country will control the world by 2050? Will it be the United States again? Will the rising giant China dominate the global system? Or could another power like India or even a group of countries change everything? The truth is the future of global power is already being shaped today. And if we understand a few key trends, we can actually make a very logical prediction. So in this video, we will explore what really decides global power, which countries are rising, which countries may decline, and who is most likely to influence the world in 2050. And one surprising thing, this future will affect your daily life more than you think. Now let's return to the big question of this video. Who will shape the world in 2050? At first glance, predicting the future of global power may seem impossible. But historians, economists, and geopolitical experts usually look at four powerful indicators that have shaped every major superpower in history. If you understand these four forces, you can almost see the future forming in front of your eyes. Let's explore them one by one. Number one, economic power, the engine of influence. Throughout history, the countries that shaped the world were almost always the richest economies of their time. Because money does more than create wealth. It builds technology, infrastructure, armies, and global influence. Today, the two largest economies on Earth are the United States and China. But what makes this rivalry fascinating is how different their economic stories are. For most of the 20th century, the United States dominated the global economy. American companies built industries that changed the world, from automobiles to computers to the internet. But something remarkable happened in the last 40 years. The economy of China began growing at a speed the world had rarely seen before. Factories expanded across the country. Cities grew almost overnight. And today, China has become the largest manufacturing hub on Earth. But China did not stop there. It launched one of the most ambitious global infrastructure strategies in modern history, the Belt and Road Initiative. Through this project, China is investing billions of dollars to build railways, highways, ports, energy networks across Asia, Africa, and Europe. Why does this matter? Because infrastructure creates economic dependence and political influence. If your ports, railways, and trade routes depend on another country, that country gains influence over your economy. And slowly, that influence spreads across the global system. And by the way, if you enjoy stories that explain how the world really works behind the headlines, consider subscribing to the channel. Because the deeper you understand these global shifts, the more fascinating history and geopolitics become. Now let's continue. Number two, technology power, the real power of the 21st century. If economic power was the engine of the 20th century, technology is the engine of the 21st century. The countries that lead in technology will likely lead the future world. Today, the United States still dominates many of the most advanced technologies. Silicon Valley continues to produce companies that shape how billions of people live, work, and communicate. From artificial intelligence to cloud computing, American tech companies remain incredibly influential. Let's look at how this competition is happening between the world's major powers. For the United States, the goal is very clear. The United States wants to remain the global leader in advanced technology. That is why, along with the CHIPS and Science Act, the U.S. is investing heavily in building semiconductor factories across the country. Major technology companies like Intel and NVIDIA are working on the next generation of powerful AI chips. These chips will power everything from artificial intelligence to advanced military systems and space technologies. By strengthening its domestic chip industry, the United States is trying to secure its technological leadership for the future. At the same time, China is also racing to become technologically independent. For many years, China relied heavily on foreign semiconductor technology. But after facing export restrictions, the Chinese government began investing billions of dollars to build its own semiconductor industry. Chinese technology companies such as Huawei are now working to develop their own advanced chips and operating systems. China is also expanding its influence through projects like the Belt and Road Initiative, building digital infrastructure, data networks, and smart cities across multiple continents. This strategy is sometimes called the Digital Silk Road, where technology becomes a tool of global influence. Number 3. Military power, the hard power that still matters. Even in a world driven by technology and economics, military power still plays a crucial role. Because in international politics, power ultimately depends on the ability to protect national interests and deter threats. Right now, the United States still has the most powerful military in the world. Its defense budget is larger than that of many other countries combined. It maintains military bases across multiple continents and operates advanced naval fleets in major oceans. But the military balance is slowly evolving. The military forces of China are rapidly modernizing. China has been expanding its navy, developing advanced missile systems, and investing heavily in next-generation defense technologies. Meanwhile, Russia remains one of the world's most powerful military states due to its large nuclear arsenal and strategic capabilities. These military dynamics shape the global balance of power and influence geopolitical decisions. Number 4. Population, the power of people. Now here is a factor many people underestimate. Population. A country with a young and growing population has a powerful long-term advantage. Why? Because a young population means more workers, more entrepreneurs, more innovation, and stronger economic growth. And this is where India becomes incredibly important. India recently became the most populous country in the world. But what makes this population unique is its youth. Over the next several decades, India will have one of the largest working-age populations on the planet. This could transform India into a major economic and technological powerhouse. Now let's look at the role of India in this technological competition. Unlike the United States and China, India's strength is not mainly in manufacturing chips yet. Instead, India has become one of the world's largest centers for software development and digital services. Millions of engineers and programmers in cities like Bengaluru are building software systems, cloud services, and digital platforms used around the world. India is also rapidly expanding its digital infrastructure. For example, the government developed the India Stack, a digital system that includes identity verification, digital payments, and online services used by hundreds of millions of people. This shows that global power is not only about factories or weapons. It is also about who builds the digital systems that billions of people rely on every day. Now let's talk about the rising powers of 2050. Now that we understand the 4 forces that shape global power, let's look at the countries most likely to shape the future world. And the story becomes even more interesting. First, United States, the innovation superpower. For more than a century, the United States has been one of the most influential countries on Earth. And many experts believe it will remain a dominant power, even in 2050. Why? Because the United States has something incredibly powerful: innovation culture. Its universities, research institutions, and technology companies continue producing breakthroughs that shape the modern world. Places like Silicon Valley have created companies that transformed global communication, commerce, and technology. And as long as the United States continues leading in innovation, it will likely remain one of the world's most influential powers. And if this story about the future of global power is becoming more interesting for you, take a moment to subscribe to the channel, because understanding these global trends today helps us understand the future world we will all live in. Now let's continue. Second, China, the manufacturing giant. The rise of China is one of the most dramatic economic transformations in human history. In just a few decades, China transformed from a largely rural economy into the largest manufacturing powerhouse in the world. Today, a huge percentage of the products used globally, from electronics to machinery, are produced in Chinese factories. But China's influence goes even deeper. The country plays a crucial role in supply chains for electronics. Electric vehicle batteries, solar panels, rare earth minerals used in advanced technologies. These industries are critical for the future global economy, which means China will likely remain one of the most important players shaping the world. Third, India, the demographic powerhouse. Now let's talk about a country whose global influence may grow dramatically in the coming decades. India. India's biggest advantage is something very simple. Its people. A young, dynamic population combined with rapid digital growth could make India one of the most important economies of the future. India's technology sector is expanding quickly. Cities like Bengaluru have become major global technology hubs. Software engineers, entrepreneurs, and technology startups are building companies that serve millions of users around the world. If this momentum continues, India could become one of the key pillars of global power by 2050. So by now we have three major players shaping the future world. The innovative power of the United States, the manufacturing strength of China, and the demographic rise of India. But here is the most surprising question of all. What if the future world is not controlled by just one superpower? What if the 21st century becomes a completely different kind of global system? Let's explore that next.